Effective leadership is not about making good speeches or being liked by others. Results, not features, define leadership. A pleasant day to you all, patriots, to our audience here at the CB Hall, and to those tuning in to our YouTube live stream. Welcome to the school year 2024-2025 University Student Council Meeting de Avance. My name is Jihae Yoon, and I am your host for today. To formally start the program, may we request everyone to please stand up for the interfaith prayer to be led by Confucius Manlapas, and please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem and the PW hymn.
Let's bow our head and feel the presence of the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, we gather here today from diverse backgrounds and beliefs, united by our common goal to create a thriving, inclusive, and respectful PWU community. As we approach this pivotal moment for the PW Student Council's election, we offer our collective prayers for their guidance and inspiration. We pray for each candidate that they may present their advocates, visions, and aspirations with honesty, clarity, and integrity. May their words reflect a genuine commitment to the well-being of every PWU student. Grant the voters discernment and wisdom. May they listen with open minds and hearts, choosing their student leaders who will best serve our community with dedication, fairness, and compassion. Bless this meeting, the Advance, as a celebration of the right to vote and upholding our democratic values. Let it be a space where ideas are shared respectfully, where diversity is embraced, and where the voice is heard. Grant us the grace to remain respectful and kind in times of decision. Guide us towards choices that will foster unity, progress, and brighter future for all. May the outcome of this election bring forth the next USC leaders who will work tirelessly for justice, equity, and for the common good. Inspire us all to contribute positively to our community, upholding the principle of PWU core values embedded in each one. We offer these prayers in the spirit of unity, acknowledging the strength we find in our diversity. Amen.
seated.
And now, I am pleased to introduce to you the aspiring USC candidates. Let me call on the first aspiring candidate for USC PRO. A first-year student taking up fine arts major in painting from the School of Fine Arts and Design. Let me call on Miss Aliyah Samantha Fernando.
Hello, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of our university, community, distinguished guests, and fellow candidates, good morning. I am Aliyah Fernando. I stand here with great honor and enthusiasm as a candidate of PRO in this pivotal moments leading up to our election. I am deeply committed sharing with my vision and dedication to enhancing communication and fostering unity within our esteemed institution. Once again, I am Aliyah Fernando, running for the position of Public Relations and Officer. Thank you.
Round of applause for Miss Aliyah. For our next USC candidate, an aspiring student who will run for the position of auditor. She is the Vice President of the International Student Organization, a first-year student from the Conrado Benitez Institute of Business Education taking up marketing. Please welcome Hiba Elsir Ahmed Mohamed.
Ladies and gentlemen, students and professors, patriots, thank you for gathering here today. My name is Hiba Elsir Ahmed, first-year marketing student and as well international student. I am honored to stand before you as a candidate for an auditor position at USC. As a foreign student, from first I came here, I faced a lot of challenges. But as time goes on, these challenges are not faced only by me, but by all of you. So my platforms will be focused on culture fair, as I propose the establishment of annual culture fair, bazaar, where students from all around the world, as well as Filipino friends, students, will be sharing and celebrating our culture. This bazaar will foster deeper understanding and appreciation in our differences, and more importance, will strengthen our student body. This bazaar will be a lively, colorful event where we will learn from each other, build lasting friendship and unforgettable memories. And for my another platform, I would like to take you in a career development for all students, all levels, not just a graduating student, but for all levels, starting from freshman as you start your journey, and also for graduates who are facing workforce. My goal is to provide you with the resources you needed by proposing series of workshop, internship, and work events designed to equip every student with practical skills. Industrial network event, a sign designed to equip every student with particular skill and professional connection. So vote for me, vote for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Hiba. It's actually nice to see international students having interest in running for student council. Our next candidate, this student is aspiring to run for the position of USC Assistant Treasurer. She is a first-year student taking up AB Communication Arts from the School of Arts and Sciences. Please give her a warm applause to Ms. Gwyneth Gan.
Good day, everyone, fellow patriots, faculty, candidates. I am Gwyneth Emilia Isabel Bigan, but you can all call me Gwen or Gwyn. I am, as mentioned, a first-year communication arts student from the School of Arts and Sciences. As a communication arts student, I was actually an introvert. Now, I've somewhat transitioned into becoming an ambivert, and hopefully, by partaking in the USC, I've become more open and more social because I want to be able to hear all of your voices and make sure that your inputs matter to us. As such, I am an advocate for communication for the people, from the people. I want to make sure that your voices will be heard and you will not be uninformed. And another of my advocates is to make sure that everyone, no matter who they are, no matter what their race, their gender, they would be included. I am an advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion because everyone deserves their right to be heard. As such, one of my platforms is to ensure that campus journalism will be continued. Campus journalism is very important because we should be informed of what is going on in our campus. As a communication arts student, we value information, and I don't want anyone to be left uninformed. On my other platform is to make sure that even if you are shy, you are introvert, that your inputs, your information, your opinion will be remembered. As such, this platform is known as Anonymous Voices, Known Actions. Your voices will be heard by us. Your issues, your concerns will be tackled by us as much as possible so that we can bridge these issues to the administration so that it can be addressed. So please don't be hesitant to voice out your concerns, no matter what it is. Everyone is willing to listen, especially us, your future USC candidates. So make sure to vote for La Malaya. Thank you.
Thank you, Gwyneth. For our next USC candidate, an aspiring student who will run for the position of treasurer. She is a current member of Young Entrepreneur Society, Philippines, and a student of the Conrado Benitez Institute of Business Education taking up entrepreneurship. Please welcome Ms. Lian Aragon.
So good morning, everyone. I am Lian Faye Aragon, and I am running for the position of treasurer. So as a CVIB student, I would like to offer my knowledge. I am also willing not only to learn, but also to help the student body voice out their concerns. I am also eager to bring innovative ideas to the council. I will ensure that our funds are used effectively to benefit all the students. So I have two advocacies: mental health awareness and diversity and inclusivity. So why mental health awareness? So since university life often brings significant stress from academic pressure, we encourage more students to seek the support that they need. We want the student body to know that there is someone who are willing to listen to them and their feelings and emotions are valid. So why diversity and inclusivity? This diversity and inclusivity can foster a sense of community and belonging. Since this university has international students, we want them to feel accepted and valued so they are more likely to engage and participate. I also have two platforms: Rise of the Patriots, A Journey to Excellence. So basically, this is a retreat event. These activities can also help us promote self-reflection and personal development. So as a student myself, focusing on our academic lives can also get tiring, right? And this can cause lack of focus. So this event can also enhance students' overall well-being. This is also an opportunity to students to relax and recharge. The other platform is Philomanian Gala, an evening of glamour and generosity. So basically, para tong prom, it is considered as a formal party. But also, this will serve as a dual purpose since magiging fundraising event siya. It will help all the students, organizations, and their community projects. And also, for those students na hindi to na-experience during pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lian, for your advocacies for our student. For our next candidate, an aspiring student who will run for the position of Assistant Secretary. She is a first-year student of the School of Hospitality Management, taking up Hospitality Management, specializing in cruise line operations management. May we call on Ms. Jelly Kim Beron.
Good day, everyone. I'm Jelly Kim, a first-year BSHM, and I'm running for the Assistant Secretary of our Student Council. I believe good communication and organization are a strong key to a strong Student Council. If I were elected, I will help our secretary to ensure I run smoothly meetings and keep accurate records and keep you informed about what the council is doing. I also care about improving student life. I will always listen to your concerns, work with the council to make campus better for everyone. As for my platform, I have one, the Thriving You, from the word itself, thriving yourself. It tackles about your lifestyle and your self-being. The second one is the HM Extravaganza. I want my course to be more active in their organization. So I will implement a HM Extravaganza. It will enhance their skill, but they can also have fun. And if ever, I will be the first HM student in the USS Council. So I want my HM student, HM peers, and faculty members to be more active in their organization. I ask for your support so we can make positive changes in this university. Thank you.
Ayan, di ba? We're halfway there and I hope yung mga advocacies na na-share ng candidates natin is maalala nyo kasi para din yan po sa mga students natin. Okay, we're done with Assistant Secretary. The next student I will be introducing to you is an aspiring student who will run for the position of Secretary. She is a second-year student from the School of Fine Arts and Design, taking up Design and Visual. She is the current USC PRO. May we call on Ms. Vaijo Mora.
Good day, everyone. I am Vaijo Fame Boji Mora, a second-year visual communication student from School of Fine Arts and Design. Many of you know me as your current USC PRO, or USC Public Relations Officer. Today, I stand before you not just as a communicator, but as someone who wants to amplify your voices even further. That's why I'm running for Student Council Secretary. Why Secretary? As your PRO, I've seen firsthand the importance of clear communication and proactive engagement. I believe the role of secretary is crucial in bridging the gap between students and administrations. I won't be the one to ensure transparency. Through organized records and efficient communication channels, you'll always be informed about the decisions that impact you. My leadership styles focuses on this course: creative thinking and expression. We'll explore innovative ways to promote student activities and talents. Number 2, transparency, para alam nyo ano ang nangyayari. Clear and consistent communication will be my priority. And lastly, proactive communication. Palagi tayo nagkikipag-usap at palaging may action. Together, these values approach my student leadership. It's about empowering you, the students, to be actively involved in shaping our PW experience. Now, let's talk about my platforms. My first platform is Level Up Your Pitik, a photography workshop. Walang experience? Walang problema. This photography seminar where students are interested in photography will be provided with a foundation in basic photography skills and techniques. Second, Charge Up with Dubs. Increase the availability of charging stations for students' laptops and mobile devices in strategic locations across campus. This initiative aims to enhance student productivity and provides a convenient way for them to stay connected throughout the day. And lastly, Calling All Gamers. Advocate for the creation of recognized students' organizations dedicated to esports. This club can be hosts tournaments, scrimmages, and watch parties, fostering a community for gamers on campus. My vision is ultimately, I aspire to create a vibrant and engaged student body, a PWU where creativity thrives, information flows freely, and your voices are heard loud and clear. Together, let's turn this vision into reality. Vote Boji, vote Malaya. Thank you, everyone.
Wow, ang ganda ng advocacies ni Boji. Sana pwede pa ako mag-aral ulit, no? Kasi parang gusto ko dun sa e-games. Ayan, so thank you, Boji. Okay, so for the next student that I will be introducing to you is a student who is determined to run for the position of Vice President External. She is a second-year student from the School of International Relations and Diplomacy and is the current president of the Student Diplomatic Corps. Her name is Ms. Zoe Margaret Lumanta. Unfortunately, Ms. Lumanta cannot be here today because she is representing PWU at a workshop organized by the DFA. However, she has prepared a recorded speech for all of you to hear, her platforms and plans for the next academic year. Please watch this.
Isang mapagpalayang araw, Patriots. I'm Zoe Margaret Lumanta, your external VP from the School of International Relations and Diplomacy under the Malaya Party List. Apologies if I am not able to attend the meeting de Avance in person today. As you're watching this video, I am at the UANP for a workshop aiming to strengthen the ties between the Philippines and Latin America. As I've been listening to the different Philippine government agencies share the opportunities that we have for collaboration, as well as the embassies of the different Latin American countries, of course, I could not wait to get back and share it with everyone. If you have seen our candidate profiles by scanning our QR code, you may have seen my advocacies and my platforms. As someone aspiring to become the future Vice President External, I aim to have a holistic approach. So, ano nga ba yun? Dadalhin natin ang mga tao mula sa labas at ipapakilala natin ang PWU. Siyempre, ipapakilala din natin sa labas kung gaano kagaling ang mga Philomenian. I hope my existing connections and ability to further connect could benefit the student body. Moving on naman sa aking mga plataforma, moving on to my platforms. As someone whose advocacies involve social awareness and social responsibility, while being aware that this may not be everyone's cup of tea, so I turned it into one of my platforms, which is the Global Goals Week. This is a week-long celebration of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and I hope we could turn this into a tradition, that we could make it an annual celebration in PWU to show that we are an institution that aims to train students to become proper functioning members of society. Kaso, puro na nga ACADS, diba? Academic endeavor pa din yung gagawin. Siyempre hindi. It is up to your department or departments if you want to collaborate kung paano nyo i-implement or i-showcase ang specific global goal. Halimbawa, the School of Nutrition and Dietetics could collaborate with Hospitality and Management along with the Unicorp to conduct a seminar on simple daily nutritious foods, and the attendees could have a taste of the said simple foods. Kung gender equality naman, kung matupad yung platform ng aming Vice President Internal na si Lee, pwedeng-pwede rin na magkaroon ng fun booth to celebrate self-expression. The USC can definitely help you with brainstorming your ideas, and I encourage the presidents to collaborate with other departments as well. Lastly, the PWU Students Bazaar. This aims to support student-led businesses and student organizations na walang funds to conduct their own endeavors. If time permits, we could do this at every end of the semester. Nakahati ito sa 3 categories. First, for personal use, yung mga ibebenta, yung kita doon for personal use ng student, for example, allowance. 2, for fundraising, if you have an external cause that you want to contribute and gusto nyo magkaroon ng donation drive, you can also utilize this as your platform where you could sell your goods or kung ano man yun. And number 3, organizational, for organizational funds. Now, I won't take too much of your time. I hope everyone would listen well to what the other candidates would have to say, and I hope you support Malaya. Don't forget to exercise your right to vote.
Thank you, Zoe. O, di ba, bawing-bawi naman na wala siya dito. Kasi 4 na screens na yun, no? So, hindi nyo makakalimutan yung mukha ni Zoe. Okay, so for the next student that I will be introducing is an aspiring student who will run for the position of Vice President Internal. He is a second-year student from the School of Social Work and a current member of the Junior Social Work Association of the Philippines. May we call on Mr. Lee Danduen Espeso.
Good day, everyone. My name is Lee Danduen Espeso, second-year social work student aspiring for Vice President Internal. So, my advocacies are gender equality and awareness, as well as pagkakaisang pagkilos or collective action promoting volunteerism among the student body. So, everything starts if may pagkakaisa tayo as a community, because this creates solidarity and a sense of belonging as a Patriots community. Ang aking platforms naman ay Technical Support Let's Go. It is assisting students in terms of their technical concerns such as enrollment processes and academic concerns. For example, you find yourself uncomfortable to go to the registrar, you can go to the USC officer to seek for advice on how to do some processes of your paperworks, and we will gladly help you, especially sa academic concerns, kasi this will create a decline sa academic performances ng isang students. So we are here to help you improve your academic performance. My next platform is Love for All for Love. It is providing a online and on-campus safe spaces for everyone, especially LGBTQIA+ community, for them to exercise their free expression freely, as well as to champion discrimination inside our school and outside, as well as to promote equality among everyone. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lee. And finally, our brave soul running for the presidential position. This aspirant is a second-year student from the School of Nursing. She is the current secretary of the University Student Council and the current vice chairman for the South Manila Educational Consortium Student Organization Committee under the South Manila Educational Consortium Student Affairs Committee, or SMEC SAC. May we call on Miss Anne Colleen Manuel.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for attending today's meeting, the Avance. So, thank you for exercising your civil rights and attending here today to listen to the platforms and advocacies of each student. Okay, so start na. In the year 2004, ang student president ng student council here in PWU is also a nursing student. Bakit 2004? 2004 was also the year that I was born. And then 2 decades later, 20 years later, standing before you is me. I'm Ann Colleen Manuel, and ngayon, I'm aspiring to run for the position of president. And ayun nga, I'm the current secretary of the student council. I have 2 advocacies. The first advocacy is to exercise student-centeredness among the Philwomenian community, which is pretty self-explanatory. My next advocacy is the Laudato Si movement. You may ask, what is Laudato Si movement? Laudato Si is a second encyclical of Pope Francis. Ang nakalagay sa Laudato Si is to promote environmental awareness among the students. Laudato Si means, praise be to you, my Lord. So yung Laudato Si, it aims to create an integral economy among the people. What is integral economy, you may ask? Yung integral economy kasi, it aims to motivate people to exercise spiritually and morally para alamin natin kung ano na talaga ang nangyayari sa planet natin. Because we have to love Mother Earth as we love ourselves, as we love the animals and the other creatures na ginawa ng ating Creator. So with that, Laudato Si movements aims to aware all people kung ano na ang nangyayari ngayon sa environment. Meron ng extinction of species, meron ng deforestation, global warming, and even climate change. And with exercising the Laudato Si movement and implementing Laudato Si movement to the future projects of this running candidates here today in the party, we may help Mother Earth. We may help in saving Mother Earth. I have 2 platforms naman. My first platform is for the long-term goal ng PWU, and that is to go cashless the Philwomenian way. Yun naman is to install a financial kiosk. Financial kiosk because we have different modes of payment right now. We have Paymaya, GCash, and yung mga kiosk machines, as I have observed and as their students have observed, medyo inaccessible siya banda rito sa Pedro Hill. By installing a financial kiosk machine, there will be much accessible financial related transactions. Makakapag-cash in ka within the school premises. And it's a long-term goal na part ng student council if ever we were the next administration. Kasi yung past platform ko, which is yung migration loot, ngayon, thankfully, it was implemented under the name Patriot Lend and Borrows. So hopefully, as we're thinking for long-term solutions, ma-implement siya here sa PWU. And my next platform is about AI awareness. AI, what I'm referring to sa AI is yung mga Grammarly, Quillbot, yung mga Math GPT, Chat GPT. We have to regulate AI. And by establishing a seminar which promotes the awareness of AI and study tools, we may use AI for our personal convenience, pero hindi natin sinusurpass kung ano yung mga laws ng AI na yon. Kasi currently yung AI, it's used to phishing, it's used for hacking and plagiarism. Here in the AI Utility Seminar and Awareness Seminar, malalaman ng mga students, not only the student, but also the professors, kung ano nga ba ang use ng AI and how to use it fairly for us, for our convenience, and for our education. So with that, thank you so much, and I hope you vote straight. Vote malaya kasi wala naman kayong choice. And since wala kayong choice, we also have no choice but to serve you with our full hearts. And with that, I plan to uphold the integrity of the student leadership by running for the position of president. Vote straight, vote malaya. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Manuel. Okay, dear students, as we heard these young aspirants vying for the desired positions, may we call on the current and outgoing president of the University Student Council, Micaela Bautista, to facilitate our Q&A portion of the program.
Good day, everyone. I am Micaela Bautista, and I'm also the incumbent president of the University Student Council. I am very delighted to see a lot of new faces for the University Student Council running for today. And I'm also happy to see you guys participate in the meeting the Avance, because this is the start of everything. As Anne mentioned, there are not much options to vote for the USC, but I hope that this isn't like a hindrance for everyone to think na parang, ay, yung mapupunta sa USC, sila lang kasi wala nang ibang may gusto. Actually, madaming may gusto, guys. It's just there are a lot of factors that hinders them to run for the USC. And with that being said, I hope you take the opportunity to ask them questions today. Kasi ito na yung chance nyo to analyze their platforms. Ito na yung chance nyo to ask anything that you want them to address with regards to the Student Council. So, just a few reminders when you ask for questions for our candidates today, please make sure that you reiterate kung kanino nyo ida-direct yung question. You can either pick one candidate or address it to all of them, or you can also pick two kung may similar platform sila. Basta just tell us kung kaninong candidate nyo ida-direct yung question, and at the same time, please be concise and specific with your questions para madali din nila ma-address at masagot kung ano man yung questions na yon. We have a mic at the center, so you can utilize it, and we also have an online form that is posted supposedly in the live stream that we have today in PWU official YouTube channel. So we will be accommodating all of your questions kung kaya ng oras natin. So sinong gusto mauna magtanong? Come on guys, just ask anything na tingin nyo relevant para sa pagtakbo nila for the Student Council.
Hello
Yes,
everyone, my name is Confucius, the Campus Ministry. I have two questions. First, the sports. Paano natin ipopromote yung sports natin dito kung halimbawa sa isang finals ng isang futsal, kapwa niya varsity na lang yung nanonood? How can we promote that to all the students here in the Philippine Women's? Any one of you po?
Okay, may I clarify if it's directed to all of the
Yes,
candidates? Okay,
lahat
so
po.
it's general. Anyone can answer.
Thank you po, Kuya Confucius, for that question. So, wala rito, since wala ngayon dito si Zoe, it's part of Zoe's advocacy. Kasi nga, ang sabi ni Zoe niyan, pagod na ako pagod na ako na hindi nila alam kung ano ibig sabihin ng, kung ano ang PWU, na may school pala na PWU. And it's part of the VP Externals platform, si Miss Zoe Lumanta, na ipakilala yung Philippine Women's University na hindi lang yung mga department nila, na hindi lang tayo-tayo yung nagsusuportahan. But we also have to promote PWU, especially yung sports, kasi I'm actually proud of them. Wow, proud. Anyway, I'm actually proud of them, and we plan to fully support them in their events, not only promoting other students na sana maka-join sila sa mga ano ba yan? Mga games ng mga sports students, ng mga athletes natin. We plan to engage more and to utilize our time to support them. Ayun po.
Thank you.
Okay. And I think we have other answers.
Actually, I would like to add, since as the PRO, I usually go to the games to pitik, since it's one of my job then as PRO. So, baka pwede nating i-market more ang mga games natin, because frankly, the student body doesn't know that we have these games that we can support, that the tickets are free, or there are certain number of tickets na pwedeng pumunta ang PW students sa Saints Co pag malapit lang. So they're not informed enough na meron palang ganong ganap. So maybe we can market it more. The PRO or the USC or me as the secretary or advocate of communication can collaborate with the marketing or the admin or the sports center to market the games of the athletes. Mapa-futsal man, mapa-volleyball man, or ano bang games natin, or even esports, yung sa game namin. Kasi actually, hindi rin alam siguro ng buong student body na nag-participate ang PWU sa UCAL. So, isa yan sa mga advocacies namin na regarding sa sports. And we're gonna work with Zoe's advocacy and platform, and I hope we can work with you also.
Thank you.
Hello, addition lang po. Ayun. Addition lang sa sports, we can utilize our social media platforms para ma-advertise yung sports. As well as siguro, ngayon kasi medyo exclusive yung mga laro natin sa Patriots community lang. Pero kung advertisement lang, pwede natin siyang buksan sa public with some limitations and policies para makontrol din yung crowd and para ma-introduce din yung specific sports na yun sa public with collaboration of marketing para magkameron ng meeting halfway ng admins and sa students.
I would also like to add po, kasi this is the practice that we made from my previous school. So every time may laro yung mga athletes, we have different schedules from all the departments. So I would just suggest to do this also kasi napapansin ko, every time na may laro yung athletes, walang nanonood sa kanila. And they deserve to be watched since they also represent our school. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you so much, our candidates. Anyone else who would like to ask a question?
All right, so once again, a pleasant morning to everyone. I'm Jenna Princess Aureliano, a third-year Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, a former Assistant Treasurer of University Student Council. So here's my question in general. In what ways do you plan to engage students in decision-making processes for school events and policies?
Thank you for the question, Ate Janem. So in order to have a participation among student body, pwede silang mag-reach out sa USC. As well, may available na rin kasing platform from the former USC na pwede silang magbigay ng suggestions or concerns nila about sa environment ng school natin. So we can utilize that para ma-address yung concern na yon, as well as para makapagbigay din sila ng sentiments nila or makapag-participate sa decision making whenever there's a plan or policy na undertaken ng USC po.
I would also like to propose a rebranding of the Office of the Student Affairs, since ang mga students kasi parang may stigma na pag na-OSA ka, may kasalanan ka. No, OSA is here to guide you. OSA is here to help you make that project possible. So maybe rebranding is needed na sa OSA, or advertisement of what OSA is. Kasi siguro yung iba nga di nga alam na yung office ng OSA ay doon sa office ng OSA kasi secluded nga siya. So I think USC officers, us USC officers, can help us communicate this kind of guideline siguro, or kung branding or image ng OSA para makilala naman kung sino ba makakatulong sa atin aside sa admin.
Thank you so much, candidates. Any follow-up question?
Okay, so this is my last question in general. So, how will you handle conflicts or disagreements within the student council or among students?
So, internal conflicts po ba, Ate Janet? Thank you so much for that question, by the way. To handle internal conflicts, the plan of the current party, if we're ever the next student council, is to strengthen relations between the GCTO, the guidance, and of course, the OSA, the Office of Student Affairs. Because after all, there will be conflicts, magkakaroon ng conflicts. But when you have a strong communication with the OSA and the GCTO, coordinating them would be much easier approach in resolving conflicts among students. I hope I answered your question po.
All right, so thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much for that question. Okay, so it seems that we have a question from... Okay, who will go first? Okay.
Good morning, candidates. Okay, I have a question for Ms. Manuel because she mentioned a while ago that one of her platform is about AI, and we knew about this AI as a useful tool, right, for economy or for almost everything. But I've heard also that this tool has been using by some students, no, for cheating. What can you say about it?
So, thank you so much, Ate Alona, for that question.
No,
Thank you so much for...
Sorry, go ahead, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, the platform AI Utility Awareness Seminar aims to let the students and the professors know about the capabilities of AI. At the same time, some students tend to have misconceptions about AI and use it for their own convenience. Ang ika nga sloth enablers yung mga AI kasi kadalasan ginagamit siya ng mga lazy people. But in this AI Utility Awareness Seminar, we would let them know kung ano nga, again, yung mga advantages of AI and also how to regulately use AI so that in a way, it would not be thought of as a tool for cheating, plagiarism, and other hacking, but an AI study tool which is friendly for us and for our education. I hope I answered the question po, ate.
Okay, thank you. I'm not gonna give you a hard time anymore. Thank you, Colleen.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much for the question. We have a question from Sir Nathan De Feo.
Yeah. My name is Mr. Nathan from the discipline. Ako po ang head ng discipline. Isa lang ang tanong ko. Ako tsaka si Miss Che ay nag-attend ng AI kahapon about what is the good and bad in AI, particularly in the SAN discipline. Ang tanong ko sa inyo, anyone can answer. Ano ang maitutulong ninyo using the AI to implement the student discipline policy? Thank you.
So your question, sir, is how can AI aid us or aid us to implement disciplinary actions sa student body? So I think AI can, with regulations, can help us. Kasi di ba, sir, prompt ang AI. So maybe we can like use it as guidelines. Parang doon natin i-compose yung guidelines natin on what is the better plan on implementing the discipline. Kasi maybe because outdated na rin yung disciplinary actions ng school. So maybe may need na updates, but with regulations po, sir. Since there's a lot of problems in AI pag nasusobrahan, especially in our field na finance and design, there are a lot of problems in AI. And I think we should not see AI as like parang kalaban na papalitan na tayo. Hindi, we should like go hand in hand with AI and see it as a tool, not a killing machine or whatsoever. No, sir.
Additional lang po to what Boji said. So, kadalasan kasi yung mga outdated and traditional methods na implementation, hindi na siya masyadong gustuhin or basahin ng mga students. So, if ever we were the next student council, we would coordinate with, of course, yung PRO, and the PRO, hopefully, they would have her own team, creatives and communications team, na kung saan doon magiging, hindi naman totally, mas magiging engaged sila in implementing the policies with aesthetics. Wow, with aesthetics. Because mas nakakaenganyong basahin ng mga students yung mga laws kapag nai-inform sila, but they are also aesthetically pleased at the same time. So I hope I answered your question, sir.
Thank you so much, Sir Nathan. So we also have a few questions from our online audience. So, first question is directed to all of the candidates. So, this is a general question. The question is, the advocacies and the platforms seem to be focused a lot on inclusivity and connectedness. Are there plans and platforms in the future that focuses on cleanliness of the campus and environment? For example, there are insufficient trash cans in the campus and the clean as you go is not observed among students.
So to answer that question, thank you so much po for that online question. So again, I have mentioned that I have this advocacy called the Laudato Si movement, which is the second encyclical of Pope Francis, which aims to strengthen spiritual and moral values to care for our environment. Kasi hindi pwedeng clean as you go na lang tayo eh. Kasi isa na lang yan sa mga solusyon para sa simptomas na nangyayari ngayon. So we have to be spiritually, morally, integrally involved para mas alam natin kung ano yung mga dapat pang ways. So yung Laudato Si movement, we plan to implement it on the projects that the Student Council aims to implement po. Additional lang yung advocacy naman ni Zoe, which is our Vice President External, is about SDG because she's an advocate of the Sustainable Development Goals. Yung 17 SDG, and part ng platforms niya is to hold a campaign for those 17 SDG goals na kung saan may program to advocate for those 17 SDGs po. Yes, thank you.
Additional lang po, kung may participation yung mga students, mas mabilis yung trabaho. And kung cleanliness lang naman, we can encourage ourselves as well as our peers na tumulong sa paglilinis ng kapaligiran natin to promote cleanliness of our environment din.
Okay, so thank you so much. I hope the student is actually satisfied with the answer. Let me just remind everyone that we have an online form as well. So kung nahihiya kayo lumapit sa mic, you can just fill in the online form in case. But I guess we have a new question to be asked. So please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, candidates. I just want to ask if any one of you has a platform with regards to culture and the arts. Yeah, so the question is, what are your platforms, if ever there's one, what are your platforms with regards to culture and the arts, given the fact that PWU is known for its legacy promoting culture and arts? Kasi hindi lang naman tayo famous sa sa sports itself, but we are also famous kasi sa culture and arts, knowing that we have our very own, the Bayanihan, the National Dance Company of the Philippines. So yun lang, what are your platforms with regard to culture and arts? And how can you promote it, if ever?
So hello, thank you for asking. Again, I want to remind you, I'm a foreign student, and one of my platform is Culture Fair, where we will be launching annual bazaar to celebrate cultures, not only foreign cultures, but also Filipino culture. And this bazaar will include also arts and dance and food as well. So, through your question, we are aiming to not just sharing food. As we can see, a lot of bazaars here just focus more on food. And that is not something that fully present cultures. So as we can see, we have a School of Fine Arts. Those students can join us and share their arts, reflecting their Filipino culture, as well as the foreign student. As well, we have foreign students who are in the School of Fine Arts as well. So by them, we are trying to align with them and ask them to promote their self as well as their culture in these bazaars. I hope I answer your question.
Okay, so thank you very much, candidate. Anyone else who would like to ask any question? Okay, so for now, we will accommodate the second question from the online form. Okay, so you will be the next one, student. Okay, thank you. This question is directed to our candidate for VP Internal, Lee Danduin Espeso. So, in terms of your Love for All for Love platform, in what way will this be executed in the campus or online? Is it a simple forum? Is it a one-time event? How will this be done?
Thank you for the question po. So, Love for All for Love, sa online campus, sa online setting, we will be utilizing a community chat where everyone can join and express themselves, express their beliefs, opinions, and have a discourse on what is happening in our society. In campus naman, we can create a organization which everyone can join, and this organization can promote equality. Dito sa organization kasi, if we are part of a particular community, we can have a sense of belonging and solidarity na may encourage tayo to promote ourselves and to express what we think, and para magkakameron tayo ng platform na we have someone to attend to or to come if ever we have a issue or concerns na alam natin na makakatulong tayo. So I hope that answers the question po.
Okay, thank you so much, candidate. Next question coming from our audience here.
This question is for the secretary. If you were elected, what strategies will you use if you handle confidential or sensitive information that may come up during your tenure as secretary?
Thank you for that question again. So, regarding communication, hindi ko first time mag-handle ng communication and like confidential funds, sana sasabihin ko, confidential information since I'm also the public relations officer this school year. So regarding sa this school year naman, upcoming school year, ang pag-handle ng confidential information will be handled by the EXECO. So, before yung communicate sa student body ang information na yun, i-check ng EXECO muna. Example, si Ali, ang PRO, if elected, ang gagawa ng PubMat, i-double check ng EXECOM ang information kung tama ba, okay ba, i-publicize to. And of course, as the former PRO, i-check ko rin. And ipapacheck namin sa OSA and sa disciplinary if okay ba yung information na yun ilalabas publicly. Ganon namin i-handle ang publication and confidential information this school year. And of course, after OSA or before OSA, dapat makita lahat ng officers ng University Student Council, kaming 9, ang information bago namin i-publicize, lalong-lalo na sa social media or kahit anong platforms man sa social media. I hope I answer your question.
Thank you so much, candidate. Okay. So, is there anyone else who would like to ask a question? Who will go first? Okay.
So, good morning, everyone. But this question is for the Vice President Internal. So, inclusivity and issues and our voice will be heard. All of it po, yun yung advocacies ninyo. But how would you implement that inclusivity and make it a long-term implementation? And do you think PWU is not inclusive enough? Could you please state an issue, and as a Vice President Internal, how would you implement that inclusivity into your advocacy?
Thank you for the question po. So, inclusivity, ang PWU kasi is medyo inclusive naman siya for all because we have diverse students in our campus. So, as a Vice President Internal, it is my duty to promote inclusivity by encouraging everyone to be accepting to one another, as well as magkakameron ng mga programs, activities na kung saan is available siya for everyone. And yung sa iba naman, magkakameron ng mga policy na magiging open para sa lahat, para maging inclusive talaga yung PWU. Of course, in adherence to the policy of our school. Ayun lang po. I hope that answers the question. Thank you po.
Just a follow-up
Okay.
question. Like for example, there are transgender here
Yes,
in
po.
our school. So what if they request to wear the PW standard uniform and
Yes, po.
it is against in our policy or the student handbook? How would you address that issue?
If ever we are elected as USC officer po, it is our task to propose for the revision of the standard uniform policy. Para magkameron na rin tayo ng inclusive and para masuot na rin po ng ating transgender siblings yung preferred uniforms nila. Pero as of now, kailangan pa rin po natin mag-adhere sa policy para kailangan pa rin mag-adhere sa policy para hindi naman masabi na nag-i-impose yung community na mapilit yung gusto nila. Pero as soon as we are elected, yun yung una naming task is to propose for a more exclusive uniform policy so that our transgender community inside our campus can wear their preferred uniforms po.
Any additional
I
answer?
would just like to add dun sa first question na paano ba, like, is PW not inclusive enough? I think it's inclusive enough, but there could be improvements. There could be new projects, new opportunities for our queer friends or the community, or not just the queer, everyone. Para inclusive talaga tayo, and also consistency. So, dapat yung representative ng student body are consistent din with this kind of advocacy para maging long-term talaga to siya na advocacy. At marinig na din tayo ng admin regarding dyan sa handbook na yan since first year pa ako, na-raise na yan na concern regarding uniform. So, I hope we can work with the admin, we can work with the disciplinary office or the University Student Council or campus life with that kind of concern.
Okay. Thank you so much, candidates. I think we have another question from student in the back.
So, good morning po. I'm Joaquin from Communication Arts, and this question is for the President po. So, if you win, or rather, when you win as the President of the Student Council, during your term, how will you ensure that all students feel included and represented on school activities and decision-making?
Thank you for that question. May I ask, for clarification lang, how would we promote inclusivity? I could make more students feel included. Ang plan ng Student Council, if we were to be the Student Council for the next academic year, the term, is to make sure that all students feel like they have a voice through us because we plan to represent the Philbominians as they are. And I think platform din siya ng ating Assistant Treasurer na si Gwyneth, which is anonymous voices, known actions, in a way na they could freely suggest what they would like to be implemented sa student body while not feeling like meron silang responsibility na i-represent yung sarili nila. So for those people who would like to feel secluded for themselves, I think we have a platform for that. In addition, it is actually an amazing time na meron tayong candidate from a foreign country. Kasi merong representation ng mga foreign students here in PWU given that many students here are international students. So we plan to strengthen relationships more with the students and to implement a student-centered governance to the students. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you.
Thank you, candidate. Next question.
So my question is for the Finance Committee. How can you ensure financial transparency and accountability in budgeting decisions?
Hi,
Hi, thank you for your question. So, I would implement a transparency mechanism through, wait. So, if para ma-implement ko siya, every end of the term, maglalabas ako ng mga financial reports para malaman ng students kung saan napupunta yung mga budgets and kung sino-sino yung mga nagbe-benefit dito. So, through transparency. Thank you. I hope that answer your questions.
Okay, thank you so much.
Any additional answer from the candidates?
I would just like to add, since I would be assisting Lian as the assistant treasurer, I would work, of course, with our auditor and treasurer as somewhat of the bridge to mind if there are any problems within them. So to further enhance the transparency, because before we, of course, share what we know of the budget and the allocated funds that we want to promote for our project, we should be able to know what it is first before we hand them out, because if we are not all united with what we know, we might not be able to serve the community as a united front. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Do we have another question from the floor?
Another question naman po, but this question is for the PRO and also Assistant Secretary and yan lang. Assistant Secretary and PRO. So, I think that as a student, I think the pinaka-problem talaga is promoting activities, university-wide activities. So, aside from utilizing social media, what other avenues you will use para mas lalong ma-promote and ma-engage yung students? And mahikayat kami to join and participate because I know, guys, that you have a lot of good and inclusive activities, but the thing is, hindi siya magiging successful without the participation of students. But aside from posting PubMats and other video-related announcements, what is your another avenue to promote your activities and also to encourage students to participate in your activities?
Okay, I'm the PRO. And actually, first time ko tatakbo ng PRO. And with this one, with your question, for me, as a fine arts student, actually marami kaming pinopost PubMats and all in social media, yes. But I think for my answer here is that the on-site tarpaulins, we can make tarpaulins for inside there in our gate entrance there so that other students can see the upcoming events, the upcoming things that are going to be uphold here in the PWU. So that is my answer for the question.
As for me, as HM student na kailangan namin maging active sa lahat kasi kami ang magiging professional namin is maging manager, maging front desk. So, kailangan namin maging, ipakita yung naging active kami. So, I want na, sabihin ko na mag-enhance yung skill nila dito. Katulad na rin ang sabi ng PRO natin na pwede tayong maglagay ng mga tarpaulin, mga placards, mga flyers na ipapakita sa mga students para mas ganahan pa silang umattend sa mga events namin.
Okay, I would like just to add, since, again, I'm the former PRO and also Jelly will be assisting me in the secretariat position. So I think aside from social media, we can utilize the public information bulletin boards around the campus that are specifically designated per department, located per department. So, example, if the nursing have this kind of interaction or event na need ng student body mag-participate lahat, dapat hindi lang sa bulletin board nila nakalagay since paano malalaman ng ibang students na may ganong event yung nursing. Second is we can reach out to the deans kasi sometimes they don't know that we have this kind of event. So we can reach out by memorandum, emails, or letter na idudulog sa table nila. And lastly, Lastly, we can utilize the position of PRO in producing PubMats around the campus that can, with asking permission sa OSA or sa disciplinary office na mag-post tayo ng mga permitted posters marketing these kinds of events. And para hindi lang students yung makaalam, alam din ng admin na the student body is active in this kinds of activities. I hope I answered your question.
I have another follow-up question because I'm not that satisfied with your answers. On posting tarpaulins and also using social media, parang same lang sila. If you will post a lot of posters and other tarpaulins and same in social media, do you think that would reinforce students not to attend? Because marami namang piniprint na yung mga post nyo sa social media, piniprint din siya and then pinopost din siya around school. But still, konti pa rin yung uma-attend. So ano pa yung other avenue nyo to reinforce students to attend and participate university-wide activities? Because as for me, as a student, marami ako nakikitang PubMats, but pag nandun na ako mismo sa activities, konti lang din talaga yung uma-attend. So, ano pa yung pwede nyong gawin para ma-reinforce yung students to attend and participate? Yun na.
Okay, then maybe not because of the medium na paano siya minarket. Maybe because of the previous event ng kung kaninong department man yun, the student was not satisfied with what happened to the event. The efficient way to know kung satisfied ba sila or hindi is to have a survey form for us to ask the student body kung ano ba yung hinahanap nila talaga sa event. Then maybe we can apply it to our next event and improve our events. Kasi baka hindi naman talaga marketing yung kulang natin eh. Sa mismong event talaga kulang natin. Then maybe we can do that kind of process. Kasi the former USC did that, and so far, all of our events are very successful. So I hope, or I think, the departments can do that or apply that kind of work attitude siguro. And we, the USC, the future USC, is looking forward to work with you then. Thank you.
Thank you very much, candidate. Okay, we have an additional answer.
Lastly, to answer your question, thank you for asking that, Jeannie. I know na isa rin po talaga yon sa problema ng kada department. Kasi yung mga projects, because we all know na TRISEM nga tayo, and mostly yung mga students here is trying to cope as they study. Kasi nga, we have a lot of academic burdens here kasi nga TRISEM lang tayo. So what we can do is, if you have further events in the future, you can freely approach us, and we would be happy to help to engage with other students, yung mga kakilala natin na fellow Philomenian, na makisuporta doon sa event na yon. Because ang gusto nga natin is student-centered governance, kung saan yung mga students magkakakilala, tapos they're all friendly with each other. Kasi at the end of the day, we're the one who would support ourselves. Kasi yung kada projects, we're the one na we would support them and encourage them. And kung papadaanin yun sa amin na representatives as the student council body, we would reach out to other friend of ours, na other patriots, to support that event. I hope I answered your question, Jeannie. Don't hesitate, guys, to approach us if you have future events, because that was our problem din dati. And now, let's try to fix it. Let's try to break the stigma. Thank you po.
Another question from the crowd.
Hello po. Going back lang po regarding sa AI, if ever that you will have like an open discussion or another page for us to vent out our statements po, like anonymously, how can you effectively manage the discussions and user interactions in the online page you plan to create? And as an observation lang din po regarding the campus natin, how can you create strategies to control and manage the selective viewing of uniforms in this university po?
To answer the first question, parang freedom wall ba? Like
yes.
other campus, meron silang freedom walls, right? So, in terms of that kasi, we have this organization called the Philwominian, which is it's currently inactive. And we plan, the student council, part ng platform ng ating assistant treasurer na si Gwyneth, is to revive campus journalism. Kasi sila usually ang nagre-regulate ng mga ganyan. But the best thing we could do is to actually plan and strategize to promote campus journalism and Philwominian para meron na tayong active organization that handles those things. In a way, dapat we should meet halfway with the admins and the higher-ups para not only are they respected, but as students, perspectives as well. Yung second question, may I ask po ulit if ano yun?
How can you specifically strategize and manage yung selective looking of uniforms in the campus?
Paanong selective po ba?
I've heard some rants or like rumors around the campus po na some of the students are creating a special treatment on the uniforms. Some are being caught because of saying that they have irregular uniforms, but some are getting passed through the security guards then.
So with regards to uniform policy, the student council, if ever we were the student council, plans to strengthen, be more strict with regards to the implementation of the uniform policy. As we all know nga, according to the student handbook, na dapat during weekdays, except Fridays and Saturdays, we have to wear our standard uniform. If not, yung departmental uniform. So dapat we as student council would be the first to be the model of those and to follow strictly the guidelines of the uniform policy. And if ever man merong mga students who can pass that, of course, in the next school year, we'll be sure to implement those policies strictly para fair sa lahat ng students po.
Okay, thank you. Another follow-up question lang. Is it possible that you can state what would be your action plan for that?
Action plan po ba for the school year lahat ng platforms namin po ba?
The action plan for, sorry. Since I think you already know the issue of a page being hacked before of Philippine Women's University. What would be the possible action plan that you can do with it? And as well as the second question that I asked, can you state the action plan that you will do, not just saying that you will be strict in the policies po?
So in order for those policies to be strictly implemented nga, of course, meron dapat action plan. And with that, the student council in the next student year should prioritize the proper action plan and procedures. So, of course, we would coordinate it to OSA para yung mga strict talaga na guidelines na yan and kung ano yung consequences mo if ever na sumuway ka ron sa action is dapat clearly stated and it will be coordinated naman po doon sa page ng USC. So, ayun po yung sa action plans. We plan to prioritize those po muna. And yung sa uniform po ba? Uniform, I think Lee has something to say po.
Ayun, sa uniform naman, medyo strict kasi ang school natin when it comes to uniform. Pero may iba pa rin, yun yung ano, di ba? May iba pa rin nakakalusot. Siguro, kailangan ng stricter policy and implementation. Kailangan mas higpitan pa yung sanctions na matatanggap if ever na sumuway man sa uniform policy. Because, oo nga, totoo, it's a bit unfair if may ibang estudyante na nag-uniform and then yung iba is nakakalusot. So, a stricter policy and sanction would probably mapapasunod yung mga hindi sumusunod sa uniform policy natin. I hope that answers your question po. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much, candidates. Another question from the crowd?
So this question is for the treasurer po. If you win the position as the treasurer of Students' Council or body, can you discuss your plans for presenting financial reports and updates to the student government and the broader student body?
So thank you for your question po. So regarding the financial report, as I said po earlier, it will lalabas po siya every end of the term na may transparency. And if needed, we can post it sa social media, yung mga, kung saan nagmumula yung mga funds and kung saan siya napupunta. Kasi these funds will benefit all the student, not just the USC, but to the whole student body.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate. Any other question from the crowd? Okay, we have a question from the back.
One of the pressing issues here in PW is the engagement of students towards our events and also projects. No? As we can see, always yan na nagiging problema natin is, for example, konti yung uma-attend na estudyante sa mga events and projects. Not just the USC, but as well as the departments. No? So, aside from engaging them in social media, what are the plans of the Student Council in regards with these issues?
Thank you for that question. It was previously raised by a student, si Ate Jeannie. Anyways, aside from social media, we should have we would reach out to the OSA and of course the dean of the departments to make sure na maging strong yung relationships po ng USC with them so that they would be aware of the future involvement crisis na nangyari nga dito sa PW. So ayun po. I hope that answers.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much, candidate. We have another one from the crowd.
This is a question for the president and also to the secretary. So you have a parang activity project wherein you will parang papadamihin mo yung mga sockets for more available para mayroon tayong charging stations. And also si Colin, you have an advocacy regarding the environment. Since I am also an environment advocate, if you, as a president, if you were given a chance to to implement an activity, anong mas pipiliin mo? To address environment, to allocate the budget. Like for example, meron kang budget, and then you will only pick one activity. Ano yung pipiliin mong activity? Yung activity ni Ms. Secretary or yung activity mo wherein you can promote and raise awareness regarding environmental issues. Like for example, you will allocate your budget in reducing plastic waste here in the PWU, or you will choose the sockets for more charging stations here in the PW. So what activity yung pipiliin mo since you are the president?
Wow, pinapapili mo ako. Well, anyways, Laudato Si movement kasi, di ba, sa environment, it focuses more on the holistic yung moral obligations na dapat aware tayong students, which is about the environment nga. So, with that, we could be more vocal about it. Like, we could approach yung mga, for example, yung canteen, through proposing them to reduce their wastes po with regards para mas ma-preserve yung environment and less plastic production. Pero kung papipiliin mo kung charge up P-dubs or ayan, ano ba? I think mas important yung what if i-judge nyo ko kung ano man yung ipiliin ko? Nakakakaba naman ito, ate. Well, since that's the case, we'd be more delighted po to coordinate it with OSA kung ano yung mas kailangan ng mga estudyante. We could have survey forms kung talaga nga bang kulang yung mga saksakan dito sa PWU, or we could try to have more extensions. Kasi through extensions, pwede din naman makapag-charge and other yung mga appliances na ganyan. But I think it's more important kasi talaga yung environmental awareness. Kasi kailangan aalis tayo sa PWU na alam natin kung ano na talaga yung nangyayari ngayon. Kung ano yung mga nangyayari ngayon sa West Philippine Sea, other political issues. We have to be aware na hindi dapat kung ano lang yung ginagawa natin, kung ano yung nangyayari sa buhay natin, doon lang tayo aware. So at the same time, yung environment nagsasuffer. So if I were to choose, syempre mas pipiliin natin to improve environmental awareness among the students. I hope I answered that. Please don't judge my answer.
Okay, thank you so much, candidate. Any follow-up question?
I don't have a follow-up question, but this question naman po is for the Assistant Secretary. Since you have an advocacy regarding journalism, what specific implementation and policies or even projects that you will conduct para maalin yung advocacy niyong malaya regarding transparency and amplifying our voices, and as well as bridging the gap between administration and student? This is for the Assistant Treasurer who has the advocacy for journalism. So how will you strengthen the projects? What specific implementations and policies or even projects that you will conduct para ma-align yung advocacy ng each USC officers regarding transparency, amplifying our voices, students, as well as bridging the gap between administrations and students?
So first thing that comes to our mind when we think of journalism is the campus paper. But setting aside the fact that the Philomenian is a separate entity, for journalism in the USC they are already doing a really good job in promoting information and other events that the school has participated in. So to further enhance journalism in our body, I think the best way is to just maintain what they have been doing and maybe think of ways to improve it, not just, of course, in social media, maybe even in face-to-face and hard copies. So really the best way is to also have your inputs, because you, of course, have opinions on what you think should be done by us. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, but I think you have a follow-up with that.
My question is not answered. I am not satisfied, sorry. But my question is, how would you implement that yung ina-advocate nyo na transparency and also yung bridging the gap between administrations and students? So as a assistant treasurer who advocates for journalism, how would you strengthen that? Ano yung pwede mong gawin para mas lalong ma-strengthen yung mga advocacy ng co-officers mo?
So maybe the best way to strengthen our advocacies is to have all of our projects aligned with each of our advocacy, so it would be present and continued on. A specific way? There is no specific way right now, because if we are going to follow what I have just said, that each of our project would be aligned with our specific advocacy, such as, for example, for me, journalism. If there would be a project related to, for example, a workshop relating to how to become a better writer, how to become a better journalist, or even how to properly disseminate information, that would be aligned with mine, but also aligned with others, such as inclusivity, because every voice should be heard. A diverse person has their own opinion. Is there a follow-up question?
So, can you assure us na yung Philwomenian mararamdaman na namin siya next school year? Since you mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, you mentioned during your campaign period, you will try your best para mabuhay yung Phil Women. Can you assure us na babubuhay na siya next school year?
I cannot make promises that the Philo-Women will be truly alive, but as communication arts, we've actually been trying to also improve and strengthen it starting from our department, because a lot of people believe that since we are communication arts student, we should be the one to be active in it, especially in broadcasting such as the radio. We've had many ideas that we want to bring back the campus radio, even be involved in campus journalism, but because of schedule and other priorities, we have not managed to continue it. So I really cannot promise you anything, and since the Philo-Women is a separate entity, the best thing that we, the USC, can do is to just really encourage you to become journalists even in your own ways. I hope. Thank you.
Thank you, candidate. Last na. Ay, wow. Anyway, to further answer, to add to what Gwyneth had said, what we can do is to actually maximize our current power to encourage students to know ano nga ba yung campus journalism. Why does other school have their newspaper organizations pero wala tayong PWU? So we have a platform for that, and that is to make students more aware of what campus journalism is, kung ano yung scope niya, and to encourage the revival of Philwominian. But hopefully, once na meron na talagang Philwominian organization, na hopefully by the end of our term, magkaroon na, if that happens, then hindi na siya responsibility ng USC because Philwominian is a separate entity from the USC. It's not biased. It should not be biased or supported by the USC. It doesn't support USC or the admins or other organizations po. So we are also encouraging you to work with us in the revival of Philwominian. Kasi nga, di ba, in the past term, patapos na yung term, nung simula ng term na to, walang USC. But then, merong USC. And that's the main focus of the Student Council in the current administration. Pero next, we plan to revive more organizations. We plan to work more with the respective admins and yung other faculty para malaman din ng mga students na meron tayong ganong right, meron tayong ganong capabilities. I hope I answered your question po.
Ito, huling ko ng tanong. Di ba kahapon, we have a news about dun sa babaeng tumalon sa riles ng tren, LRT. So that is a mental health issue. Am I right? Dito ngayon sa atin, what will be your plan, kung mga hakbang ninyo na gagawin, in case meron tayong problem about or will be your plan about the mental health issue? Yeah.
Mental health is a complex topic po. So, at medyo mahirap mag-open up sa someone na hindi ka pa comfortable. So probably we can utilize online platforms wherein you can stay anonymous para hindi malaman yung identity mo. But staying anonymous, you can say yung concerns mo and yung aspect na where you need help. And then when you already expressed your concerns, we can connect sa offices concerned such as GCTO, which is may capabilities to help dun sa student na may mental health problem po. I hope that answers your question po. Nag-wait lang po ako if ever may additional.
Yun nga po, wag po nating isipin na yung GCTO is lang siya, papagalitan ka doon or sasabihan ka may ginawa ka masama. Ang isipin natin na GCTO, it will help us in our mental health. Kasi nga, PWU is parang more on academic siya. So, GC2O can help us in our mental health. So, yun po.
Any additional answer from our candidates?
So I would like to add lang po. So pag sinabi kasing mental health, parang masyado siyang mabigat na issue. So we encourage everyone na if hindi natin feel, kasi hindi naman lahat comfortable para mag-open up. Kaya nga tayo mayroong GCTO. And if possible, we also have friends from psychology students. So they can help us. Actually, they help me also. So, if hindi tayo comfortable sa GCTO, we can also provide a seminar related sa mental health. Kasi if hindi open ng students para mag-share, at least pwede silang matuto sa mga seminar. I hope that answers your questions. Thank you.
I think during this school year, merong mental health awareness na seminar yata yung PsychSoc. I think part din yan kasi talaga ng stand ng PsychSoc. Yun. So, sa Student Council, since we are planning to promote student-centered governance, kung ano yung mga related sa kanila na issues, mga related sa kanila na concerns, we plan to coordinate it to those organizations. Like yan sa mental health, we could work with GCTO and PsychSoc with regards to implementing such seminars and platforms like that. Ganon. Yung sa AI, we would like to work with the Research Development Council and yung IT society para mas may engagement. Para in a way, lahat tayo nag-work together for the betterment of the Phil-Womanian community po.
Okay, thank you, candidate. We are accommodating one last question from the crowd, and we have 2 more questions from online. So that will be the end of all the questions, just to tell you guys, due to the interest of the time. So go ahead.
This question is for the PRO. If you become our USC Public Relations Officer, how will you ensure that everyone in our school is well informed about USC events and news, while also tracking the problem of fake news? Can you share your ideas for using social media and engaging content to keep us informed, enthusiastic, and safeguarded from misinformation?
This was asked before by Ms. Che when she was interviewing me. My answer to this question is that with this situation, we need to double check the information and the things that we need to publish in our social media. So with that, we can avoid the fake news that we are going to post or supposedly not to post. And with that, with help with my USC officers, I would gladly to ask them that if this information is also right. So with that, that is my takeaway for the question. Okay, so I think wala na silang.
Thank you so much, candidate. So, second to the last question from our online audience. So this is for all of the candidates. The question is, do you think, in all honesty, social media is an effective means to promote announcements, events, and the like, specifically in our university? So in general, do you think it's effective or not? You can answer it shortly or make it deeper. In general, do you think it's effective, the utilization of social media with regards to announcements of events and others?
For me, it's yes, because all students have already, lahat ng student may social media. Ma-Facebook man yan, Instagram, and Twitter. So, mas mapapadali ma-implement yung event if sa social media siya. Kasi makikita siya ng lahat ng student. And as far as USC, hindi kami mahirapan na ipalaganap siya magsalita sa lahat ng tao. Kasi mag-scroll na lang sila sa page namin if may mga events.
For me naman, everything has its advantage and disadvantages. Sa social media, utilization of media, personally, may mga announcements na hindi dumadaan sa feed ko and I'm aware na may event pala dito sa school. So, utilization of social media is good, but utilization in physical on-campus announcement is better pa kasi may mga students na hindi chronically online. So, utilizing our bulletin board there, maraming makakita kung may mga announcements man for events or any announcements. So, bale, it is hitting two birds with one stone. Na-utilize natin ang social media, may makakita pag nag-scroll sila. Social media, academic break rather, sa social media. And pag nasa on-campus naman sila, makikita nila na may announcement sa bulletin board, which is medyo beneficial din siya because all day nasa school tayo and nag-iikot-ikot. So, probably makikita natin siya at mapapansin na may mga events na ongoing or na magagawa dito sa school natin. I hope that answers the question po.
Okay, thank you, candidates. And for the last question, this is a general question. Just to gauge your stand on certain current issues, what is your stand on the divorce bill? You may choose to answer or not.
Can I answer with my personal beliefs po?
Of course.
Okay. So, divorce bill kasi it's a very complex topic na pertinent sa ating society ngayon. And then, may hati kasi ang paniniwala sa divorce bill. So, we must respect that. And we must also respect that we can't really fix the sanctity of marriage if it's already broken. So, may iba na maniniwala na divorce bill is a good bill na makakatulong sa society natin, and meron naman na maniniwala na it will destroy families. Pero as I said earlier, we can't really fix the sanctity of marriage if it's already broken kasi it's not the divorce bill that destroys the family, but the spouses themselves. Kasi if we really understand our spouses, hindi natin kailangang maghiwalay or i-dissolve yung marriage. So it all boils down sa communication, kung may understanding sa isa't isa, and sa kung may pagmamahal between these spouses. Yes. So, ayun lang. We must respect each other and we must see each perspective and understand that perspective well para maka-formulate tayo ng opinion on our own. Ayun. I hope that answers the question. And do you have?
As for me ulit, divorce bill is kailangan nating implement sa Pilipinas. For me lang Kasi lahat ng family ito, hindi ko naman linalahat, but more on nasa marriage is parang inaabuso or nahihirapan yung isang party. So, kailangan nating implement yon if ever. Kasi wag niyo isipin na pag na-implement to, magdi-divorce lahat ng marriage. So, ito yung parang, itong divorce bill, yung parang tutulungan tayo na humiwalay dun sa party list na sa isang marriage na sobrang toxic na, nahirapan na abuse na yung isang tao. So, yun lang po.
So, divorce is for everyone, pero hindi naman required na lahat kumuha ng divorce or mag-file ng divorce. Since I believe that divorce is a second opportunity for someone to have a second life pa. So, if hindi naman need sa relasyon nyo ng divorce, wag kang kumuha ng divorce, but wag mong pigilan yung ibang tao to have that kind of opportunity or to have that kind of second chance, to have a second life, or to have a better life rather in terms of relationship or in terms of family.
Lastly,
Lastly, kasi divorce, it's a matter of problems within the couples alone. So I don't think the government should be a hindrance for them to file something like that. But yet again, it's law, matagal pa bago yun ma-apply sa Pilipinas, given that majority of us are Catholics and some government rely on the majority of the religion itself. So, so ayun po yung stand ko sa divorce.
Okay, so is that all for the candidates?
I think that wraps it up.
So thank you so much for a very fruitful discussion with you guys today. We would like to thank the participation of all the students here, and we would like to also thank the answers from all of our candidates. I think the meeting the Avance has been very meaningful with all of the participation from our online and on-site students. So just for now, we would like to remind everyone that the voting for the University Student Council elections will start at 1:00 p.m. today. And you may vote either in person in the NBB Hall, or you may vote on the online voting platform, which will be posted on our page. So please exercise your right to vote, because we will be counting on you guys. Those votes are really important for us to elect this set of officers if you want to elect them. And just something that you need to remember is this kind of engagements is really integral in our community, and this is something that not everyone should take for granted. This is just a step in a bigger action as a student community, and I hope that with this set of officers, this set of candidates for now, we will be able to see them flourish as officers in the next academic year. And with the participation of our student community, I hope we will have an even brighter student community and more active with regards to our engagements in the PWU. So thank you so much once again for a very fruitful discussion. So I'm bringing back the floor to our host for today.
Thank you so much, Mika and the candidates. As we formally close this program, may we call on the Coordinator of Student Affairs, the USC Advisor, and the Chairperson of the PWU Student Commission on Election, Ms. Cheryl N. Palacio.
Good morning, Patriots. I hope you're still alive. Okay, and let's give them a warm of applause once again for our next set of batch of the USC candidates, okay? Now, this is just a very short reminder that first and foremost, I would like to say thank you for attending, maybe in an on-site or an online platform. So just to sum it up, there are only 5 points that I would like to share with you. When I heard them talking about their platforms, I always boil down to 5 points. First is the vision. Okay, so the vision is something that we should have to work on as a student body. We have to know where we would be leading at in the future. Not just today, but you always remember that if you have a clear vision, may it be in your organization, may it be in the USC organization, or any kind of organization, you should have a clear vision of yourself, where you want to go in the next few days of your lives. The next one is, I always reminded them that they have to reach the student body. So let's just twist around, because here in the Philippines, most likely, once you're elected, you're the ones being chased. So I will try to make sure that if they're elected, they should be the one to reach you out. I think that's the more powerful in the essence of, human touch that no one can replace even by AI. Next one is when it comes to transparency. Of course, there's always a limitation of transparency. So when it's going to be transparent, it should be well-informed. How do you say, but it's going to be a well-informed information? You should always try to check applicable rules and regulations of the school. Second, it should be checked also what other laws here in the Philippines that might violate those kinds of transparency. Number 4, of course, Their platforms are always good. But if you will not actively participate and immerse yourself to their activities, it would fail. So in an active participation, I'm really calling out the student organization to actively participate and at the same time use support. By merely, let's say for example, if they have pub mats, you can just simply like and share to your Facebook on how you can actually promote your organization. It's also a means of social networking if you want to be successful because like what I've said, by the means of, power of like and share to your page, you're just only doing it for a 1 second and that's done. So it would be promote also better healthy relationship and they will see us a united PWU. And last but not the least, awareness, understanding of the student handbook. I hope not just the officers of the organization or officers of the student council, but I think it's a collective responsibility that we all know what would be the rules and regulations of the school. Like what I've said, please don't put stigma in the student affairs. We're always here to help. And some of the students they're always there. And I would like to say thank you for that. Of course, we might not agree with all the time, but I think it's a platform that we can actually meet always halfway with the student body, the administration, and we in the middle of the student affairs, so could actually promote peace. Thank you once again, and thank you for attending the meeting the Avance. God bless us all.
Thank you so much, Ms. Che. I would also like to take this time to thank the multimedia also for being here today and helping us out in the meeting the Avance and the presence of Sir Nathan, of course, our disciplinary office. So that is all for today, actually, and we are hoping that you know who you are going to vote for this year's USC elections. So just like what the saying goes, I know it's a bit overused, but please do vote wisely. This has been Ji Yoon officially signing off. Thank you.